Well, hello, fellow YouTubers. My name is Jer, and welcome back to G-Tech. Today, we're going to continue with the upgrade series of the Phase Linear 400 Series 2 power amplifier. In today's episode, I'll be installing a thermostat and dual cooling fans to keep this powerhouse amp cool and reliable, even under full load. Well, let's get right into it.
Warning: do not attempt this project unless you are experienced with electrical circuits. Serious injury, property damage, and even death can occur with this wire.
Here is a block diagram I drew to show how the thermostat module integrates with the fans, thermocouple, thermal fuse, and power wiring. This setup ensures the fans only turn on when they're needed, smart and efficient. This is the thermostat module I'm using. It controls AC power to the fans based on the heatsink temperature detected by a thermocouple. To mount the fans externally, I started by drilling the heatsink to install the L brackets to support the fan housings. After drilling, I installed the brackets, solid, clean, and aligned for optimal airflow. Next, I drilled a hole between the left and right heat sinks to route AC power from inside the amp to the fans. A rubber grommet protects the fan power cord from sharp edges of the chassis. Safety first. I then routed the fan cord along the existing amp wiring, securing it neatly with cable ties for a professional finish. Here, I connect the hot and neutral AC lines to the relay outputs on the thermostat board. I also included a third wire tied to ground, twisted with the AC lines to form a basic shielded cable. The wires that you see here, I routed carefully from the thermostat. As you just saw, they connect to that terminal block on the thermostat. There is a relay on that thermostat that these are connected to. Here, I connect AC power from the thermal switch and wire the fans in series through the thermal switch and thermostat relay, ensuring the system activates only when the heat sinks reach a hot operating temperature. I replaced the wire from the amp's AC fuse to the thermal switch. This shot shows me soldering the new lead to the fuse. A quick cleanup with more tie wraps keeps everything secure and tidy inside the amp. Next, I drilled a hole in the center of the back panel, right above the thermal switch, and mounted the thermocouple in direct contact with the heatsink. The thermocouple wires are routed cleanly and held in place with tie wraps. I made sure to avoid pinch points and interference with other components. I then placed the amplifier control board back in its position, neatly over the routed thermocouple wire. Here's the mounted thermostat board. It's not shown in the video, but I mounted it to the chassis using standoffs. It's securely positioned and easy to access for any future adjustments. Here's the finished internal layout, clean, organized, and ready for action. And here's the back of the amp with the fans fully installed. The setup looks great and adds much needed airflow across the heat sinks. The thermostat board requires 12 volt DC to operate. I wired it to one of the 86 volt power supply rails using a Zener diode and a drop resistor to bring it to 12 volt. However, I'm still having issues. The thermostat fails to activate the relay because the Zener diode falls out of regulation. So I bought a lower value resistor and also higher wattage, and it's on its way. We'll be installing that with more upgrading in the next episode. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed, hit the like button and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next episode. That's a wrap.